When you show up, when any of us shows up, we show up with our unique narrative. What I see happening now is that people are given a shot that should have been given a shot before. How is it that people's values and perspective is embedded within the leadership models? My parents did not want me to be defined by my social economic background. There were gangs that were near my neighborhood. There were drugs that were part of my neighborhood. My brother literally was murdered around the corner from my house. Part of why he died is because the ambulance would not come to my neighborhood without police escort. My father often gave me books to read. He never gave me toys, but through books, I was transformed into a different reality, which gave me a different conceptualization of myself and my place in the world. Part of the values that my parents instilled in me is that you have to pay for the choices in which you make. Even in high school, I had to work to help support my family. And so I worked from 12 o'clock at night to 8 o'clock in the morning as a security guard, and then went to school. The purpose of education was to uplift your family, your community, and hopefully your nation.
What you see reflects what you strive towards. And so seeing Black leadership, seeing representation, seeing diverse faces really matters. And in higher ed, of course, but everywhere as well, because once you have diverse leadership, you have diverse stories, and then you can have diverse teaching experiences.
I think that our students of color feel seen and heard and respected, and they can see themselves in him, and they can see more of a future and possibilities because of where he is and what he's able to do.
Well, good luck, whatever you decide to do. I wish you the best with it, okay? Right now, we're in an era where everybody's talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion. And no one has an idea about, quite frankly, what to do about it. It's nice to talk about it, and what does it mean? The PhD project was very specific about what it was trying to do. And once I went to the first meeting, I was just hooked. I had no idea how significant that would be in my life. I really thought that I would get the PhD, I would teach some classes, do some research, and travel the world. But the wealth that I accumulated by being able to talk and impact students' lives far surpassed any money that I could put in the bank.
He's accomplished so many things in his career, from being fluent in multiple languages to serving in the military to his academic background. And for students to see him succeed and for all of his accomplishments, it really gives them a boost of confidence, and it excites them and gives them courage for their own path and their own journey. The significance of me becoming the first dean out of the PhD project, and quite frankly, the first African-American dean at Shenandoah University and the first African-American president at Linfield University, is to not be the last. That's the significance. This job is about having an institution that will serve students to help create a better world. And that's a big mission. And that's what my father did for me. And what I try to do in higher education, and what the PhD project introduces, it's like, I know you never thought about being a professor, but think about that as a possibility, because it's a different narrative. It's a different way to give back. It's a different way to contribute to society. I was never locked in to my present situation. So many people can only see what is around them. We have to introduce the possibility. You have to create a different narrative to show how it can be different. And so the significance of me is to show that it is possible